Hello, good morning. I'm Jill Ogle. Welcome to Monday Launch. It's a little bit of inspiration and intention setting for the week. It's cold and rainy here in Newcastle, Australia, so I'm all rugged up. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Comment below. I want to talk today about overthinking. So it's such a common thing for people to overthink, to ruminate, to kind of spend your time worrying about things. Now, when you don't have a clear path in life, when you haven't dealt with a lot of stuff that's kind of happened in your past that's still not balanced, you will have a lot of mental noise going on. So I worked with a client a few months ago, Jonathan. He came to me. He was a chronic overthinker. And so we looked at specifically what he was overthinking about. And what we realized was there was a lot of things, a lot of content that just wasn't important to him. And so, this trying to make the right decision, not sure what to do. He just had no kind of clear path. And so what we did was we got super specific on what he was all about, like what he wanted in life, where he wanted to go. We got really clear on all of the things using my Inner Compass roadmap. Then we looked at, well, if these things aren't important, then can we kind of let them go? So instead of focusing on, this shit that basically didn't matter to him, he now had a clear direction, a clear path, what it was that he wanted to create in life. And that's where his focus was. Now, whenever you focus on what's important to you, you're going to have clarity, certainty, presence of mind. You're going to be on, you're going to be energized. And so we just had to really refocus him and what was important to him. Excuse me. And then we looked at anything that was kind of troubling him, that was coming up, which was a reflection of his past, right? Because anything that upsets you now really points back to like the first sort of 0 to 10 years, can even be prior to that in the womb, etc. But it's generally the first 10 years of life that we take on all of our programming, right? And all of our programming is what creates our reality. And by programming, I just mean like our belief patterns, our perceptions, the way we look at things. And so we looked at, where the noise was, because anything that you have a misperception about or a lopsided perception about, like you think it was either really bad or you think it was really good, and it's going to take up space and time in your mind. It's going to live in your subconscious mind, which is your body. And if you let these things go on too long, there's potential to create illness or disease, symptoms to show you that there's sort of something there to be healed. And so when we were able to sort of start going through, some of these moments where he was just completely kind of caught on, I guess you could say, we started to find like how these things served him, how they helped create the person that he is today. And what happens when you do that with something that you don't like is you start to see that actually, like, there is another side to this. Actually, this did actually help me become who I am today. This is part of my journey. I wouldn't be who I am right now without this. And so he was able to genuinely let these things go. And it's not about getting rid of anything, but when you embrace it, and it sounds paradoxical, right? But when you actually embrace the thing that you don't like, you are able to let it go for good, permanently, in a genuine, authentic way, rather than just sort of saying, oh, I'm just going to let it go. But really it's messing with you deep down inside, right? So whenever we do this work, the information that's previously stored in your subconscious mind, in your body, it then leaves and heads to the superconscious mind. And that helps to create a beautiful direct connection with you and your higher self, source, all that is, guide, whatever you want to call it. And so you're not only was he clear on his direction, certain about what he wanted to create in life, but he also had this beautiful connection that he could tap into at any time. And so now he feels guided. Now he's back on purpose. He's back on mission. He's doing what he loves. And he feels super, super clear and secure because of the way that we got there, right? So affirmations don't work. Positive thinking doesn't work. Trying to be something that you're not, fake it till you make it, doesn't work. I'm not saying don't visualize. I am a fan of visualization, but you got to get to the core. You got to get to the root of what's going on for you so that you can transform it. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to know what you think about Jonathan's story. Is it relatable? Have you had troubles with this yourself? Are you still struggling? Where are you at? I'd love to hear from you. And I'd love to hear what your intention is for the week. What do you plan on creating this week? And what are you going to do about it? Because your external reality is a direct reflection of your internal one. So if you don't have what you want right now, that there's something going on that's blocking you from getting it. It's that quick. Have a great week.